Okay, guys. So before we proceed to the formal session, within announcements I want to make. First of all, we received 250 plus registrations, but let's see how many of the number gets turned out into the live meeting. But we switched to MS Teams to just in case accommodate everyone because we received 250 plus registrations, and Google Meet had a limit of around 100 registrations, 100 requests only. So एक issue होगा, this meeting will get switch off in 60 minutes. वो एक time का थोड़ा issue technically we are facing. जैसे ही in case I'll just inform you guys कि कब meeting off होने वाली है. So एक आपको tedious task करना पड़ेगा between the session is कि you have to rejoin again on that particular link. I'm really sorry for that inconvenience, but we'll make sure that next session onwards ये ना हो. So just a request that you will have to rejoin if I say meeting is going to end or anything like that. So please give me a thumbs up if you are clear with this particular thing, and we really regret for the inconvenience that is occurring.
Uh, is everyone able to hear me?
Yes, Varun?
Uh, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Uh, your voice is breaking a little for me. So is it fine for everyone or it's an issue on my side?
It is fine. It is fine for on our side.
Okay. No
Okay,
worries.
okay, okay. And guys, please, बोलिए.
Thanks for I'm also getting breaking voice.
Okay, just a second. मैंने अपना वीडियो ऑफ किया है. अब बताइए, अब मेरी वॉइस परफेक्ट है?
I think it's an issue in your audio device in your headphone, I
Breaking
think.
voice.
So if possible, can you try with the wireless? So till Srishti comes back, first of all, hello everyone. This side Varun Bhatia. So I am one of the co-founders of CA Genie. Thank you everyone, first of all, for joining us this Saturday evening for
Hello,
this industrial
is it
training.
fine now?
No,
It's worse.
it was
Okay, Varun, now am I audible?
uh, no, Srishti. Earlier was better. Let's continue with that only.
Okay, I'll figure out that. I request you start first with the app thing and then I can take the session forward. By that time, I'll figure out something.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. So, before we start with our industrial training guidance session, let me just give you a quick overview of our CA Genie app, which we have just launched around 15-20 days back. And over 1200 people are already using the app. We have over 1200 downloads with 5-star rating on the Play Store app. So, you please definitely check out the app. We have created it for all the industrial training, articleship, and qualified CA seekers. We post all the vacancies twice a day. So, uh, so that you can check out all the latest vacancies and then apply for them. One second, I will share my screen. Please let me know if my screen is visible. Is it visible? Please give me a thumbs up. Okay, so this is the home screen of our CA Genie page where you can check out all the vacancies. So let's say you are looking for industrial training vacancies, you just need to click on industrial training vacancies. And here you will find all the industrial training vacancies that have been posted on the app. Okay, and we posted twice. Vacancies are latest ones, and you can filter out the vacancies based on your criteria. Let's say you are looking for vacancies in Delhi, so you can filter out Delhi. And let's say you want to look for vacancies in the Delhi NCR region. Let's say Delhi, Gurgaon, and Noida. You are suitable to relocate to any of these locations, so you can filter out the vacancies of all the three locations at one time. So Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida. So here I have applied the filter, industrial training. Then you can also filter on the basis of domains. First, I will show you the vacancies on this. See, so you will be able to see Delhi, Gurugram, all these vacancies from all the three cities you have selected, and you can select any number of cities in this. Okay, and this is the job description, stipend details, location, everything. And let's say now you're looking to apply for this. So here are the two most interesting features of our app. One is the apply via email, in which we have AI mail drafting, and another is connect with peers. Let me first quickly show you connect with peers. So let's say you are looking to work in Godrej Consumers and you want to know what is the work experience like, how is the culture, and anything like you need help or referral. So you can click on connect with peers and it will redirect you to the LinkedIn page where you can see all the industrial trainees who are working there as an industrial trainee, and then you can connect with them. See, industrial trainee at Godrej, industrial trainee at Godrej. So this will work for all, like mostly for all industrial trainee vacancies and a few of the popular articleship and qualified CS vacancies, right? So this is one of the features. Then apply via email. Let's say you want to apply for this vacancy. Now, if you click on apply, see, as soon as I click on the apply, the entire mail has been drafted, the subject has been drafted, and also the resume gets auto attached here. I'm facing some issue with my Google storage. That's why the resume has not been attached, but the resume also gets auto attached in that case. And the entire mail has been drafted according to the job description. But this is just for reference purpose. We do not uh, like motivate you to refer. Just click on the send button after this. We recommend you to refer this entire resume, make some changes according to your resume or anything, and then click on the send button. So this will save your time. This will let you draft a proper resume. Also, the resume will get auto attached, which will like help you that you don't never forget attaching your resume on the vacancy. Okay. So this is all about our app. Now here is the profile section. Before your resume gets auto attached, you need to update your details here. Like this is the mandatory section, section 1, where you need to just fill your basic details, and section 2 is resume. So if you upload your resume here, then it will get automatically attached in the mail, and other basic things like education details, and if you have any other experience. So like if some company reaches out to us and if they want to hire candidates, so we can directly share your details with them if your profile is filled. So this is necessary for that purpose, and you can refer to our app in dark mode as well as light mode. So that's all about our app. Please let me know if you have any feedbacks or suggestions. And if you love our app, do let us know. And if you have anything that we can improve in our app, please do let us know about that also. So that's all about the app. Shristi?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Varun. Is my voice clear now? Better?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Varun, for this app introduction. And I hope you all also use the app on the Play Store. Play Store पे app available है. And please let us know if any changes or feedback. So now let's officially start our CA Industrial Training Guidance session. First of all, about myself, this session is very important for me today. Why? Because it is first ever session I'm hosting as CA Srishti Vinit Sahu. As a chartered accountant, this is my very first session. In my student life, I have hosted many sessions. But in your screen is shared, I request you to turn it on. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, everyone, for blocking your evening with us and joining this CA Industrial Training Guidance session. So, before we begin, I am CA Shrishti Dilip Sahu. I recently qualified the CA and I was working as an industrial trainee, and I'm currently also working as an industrial trainee in UPS Business Solutions, Hyderabad. So, let's now join in and make this session a more insightful one. मैंने ट्राई किया है टू कवर ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द क्वेश्चंस ओवरऑल जो भी आपने वो रजिस्ट्रेशन फॉर्म के थ्रू हमारे हम तक पहुंचाए थे एंड रेस्ट एनी ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन व्हिच रिमेन्स अनआंसर्ड you can ask your respective question to the session speaker in the allotted Q&A time. So let's move on towards the first speaker and the first domain. So we have with us Varun Bhatia. Varun is working as an industrial trainer in HDFC Bank into large corporate credits, corporate banking. And trust me, guys, it's not just a normal banking role. It's way more than that. Varun is the All India ranker 42 of CA Intermediate And also, he has won the National Pitch Deck competition conducted by ICI along with me. So I request you all to please welcome him with me and let's hear it from him now.
Thanks a lot, Srishti, for the lovely introduction.
Yeah, Varun.
Let's start.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. So before starting with Varun, I would just like you to first make it short to all our audience. What exactly is the difference between an articleship and an industrial trade? And it's really
So,
important. Like I saw a post you posted like being desperate, stop being desperate and all. So is it really worth it to go for an industrial training?
so first, let me tell you the difference in what is an industrial training. So, as per
Yeah.
ICI guidelines, you can go for an industrial training once you have completed minimum 12 months of your articleship. Okay. Or like minimum 12 months you should have completed, and you can go for industrial training for 12 or lower months. Now, what is the difference between articleship and industrial training is in an articleship, you work with a CA firm, and mainly the domains you would be working will be, let's say, your audit, taxation, all the traditional domains that CA have been working in. While in industrial training, you get to work with industries. You are not working in a CA firm rather than industries. Let's say your Hindustan Unilever, HDFC Bank, or all the other corporates. And the domains here are the non-traditional domains that CAs most of the times seek for. Let's say consulting, investment banking, all those types. And uh, now to the next question, ki whether you should go for industrial training or not. To answer it, I would say it totally depends. What is your future goal? What are you looking for post your CA qualification? Like if you are looking to open a practice or continue your job in, let's say, audit, taxation, these type of domains, I would suggest you continue with your articleship. Like I recently posted on LinkedIn that stop being desperate for industrial training. So what I have seen recently is ki, many people are trying to sell courses or trying to sell some email IDs. Like they have a list of 1015 mail IDs and they are saying to cold mail on them. So like I had clarified on that, ki cold mailing doesn't work when you send to 1500 people at one time. Okay, cold mailing is a thing when you look for the companies that you are really interested to work in, and then you select 4 to 5 out of them, and then you cold mail them and regularly take a update from them. Okay, so you should never try to like just you for, and the main reason is for the stipend. Like industrial training pays very high stipend from like, let's say, 30,000 to even 1,50,000 in some companies. So most of the people choose industrial training for that sole reason. So this should not be like, this should be the last reason that you are looking for when you are going for industrial training. The first one should be what you would be learning there. So if it does not match with your future goals, never try to do industrial training. But if you are really interested to go in that particular domain, definitely try it. Yeah.
Correct, Varun. Understood the point. And even I would like to clarify that those lists are not surely of the managers or the HRs or anything. Many of them, which I have seen personally, contain the email IDs of CA industrial trainees or employees working there. And just have a thought in your mind before applying to that. Does really the employees or the industrial training have the authority to hire people? No, right? So go and
Even
apply.
mine mail IDs are mentioned in that list, but like, do you think I would be able to apply for, I would be able to hire you for a vacancy in an HDFC bank, even if there is no vacancy?
Correct. So the best thing is go via genuine LinkedIn vacancy post, which the LinkedIn job section has, or through the people who are posting. And the best way is to go on your websites of the companies, and like you can find them on our CAG now. So let's move on to the next question, Varun. First, what made you decide to go for industrial training, and why did you particularly choose the corporate banking in HDFC Bank?
So the main reason was ki I was sure, like I was earlier working in Ernst and Young, EY and statutory audit. So like when I was looking for my articleship, I didn't know what all domains are available. I was told that statutory audit is the most common domain and you should go for it. So I selected statutory audit without even knowing what it is. So when I went there, it was a great learning experience. But to be honest, I didn't wanted to continue in that domain post my qualification. I wanted to go for some non-traditional domains like your investment banking, private equity, or consulting, all those things. So I, when I was looking for my industrial training, I applied for uh, maximum 7 to 8 vacancies or 7 to 8 companies where I found the domains that I am looking for. So few were consulting like BCG, then your private equity, but those guys hire only 1 or 2 candidates and I was not able to go into those companies. And then I found the vacancy of HDFC Bank and it was hiring in large corporates. and it's in corporate banking. So like this was the role that, can I also tell what this domain is
Yeah,
about in this
exactly.
particular?
You may add up like what exactly your
Yeah.
job in corporate banking looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I found that vacancy, I tried to connect with the intern who was already working in that domain. So I called him and asked about the entire details. Like that's why we have kept the connect with peers feature on our app. If you are applying for any vacancy, you should know exactly what you would be working in. So I tried to connect with the earlier intern there and understood the entire role. So what it was like, we as an industrial trainee have to do the credit analysis of the companies whom we will be providing credit. So let's understand it like this is like private equity or let's say equity research. What you do in private equity or equity research is you research about the entire company from your management, promoters, what is their background, then about the company, how is the industry growing, how is the excuse me, sorry. Yeah. So, like, how is the industry going, growing, and how is the business performing, financials as well as other metrics wise. So, what we do is first of all, whenever we get a let's say proposal, debt proposal, we analyze all these parameters and then try, like, we are on the business side and we try to give the business opinion whether we should go forward with this deal or not. So, as an industrial trainee, our main role is this. Along with it, as we are in the business domain, we get to meet with CFOs or the finance managers of these large corporates, and we try to understand the business from their perspective as well, how the business is growing and how the industry is performing. And along with this, we also do some basic financial projections to understand whether the company will be able to repay back the debt or not, which we are providing to them. So all these things is like the same thing that you do in a equity research or a private equity role, but that do you do it from an equity perspective, and here we do it with a debt perspective. Like both are investing, an equity guy as well as a debt guy. For bank, this is a type of investment. Okay, so we research it from a debt perspective rather than an equity perspective. So I found this role very interesting because I like to play with numbers. I love to research a lot about companies and businesses, so that's why I chose this role.
Okay, well, now can you tell us like what kind of questions someone would get if he is interested into corporate banking and how one can prepare for them?
So if you are looking to go for a corporate banking like domain, you should be definitely clear with the basic banking terms, like what is the repo rate, who is the RBI governor, general knowledge as well as basic terms. Then some financial ratios, like go through the entire financial ratios chapter that you would have learned in the C Inter. Okay, all the liquidity ratios, all the other parameters. Okay, and then uh, so this is the main thing. And second would be your basic accounting knowledge, because when you are researching about a company or its finances, you should know how the accounts work, how the indies work, so that you can understand like why is this loss occurring or what is the reason for the increase or decrease in profits and losses. So basic knowledge of accounting, basic knowledge of financial ratios, basic knowledge of financial projections, general knowledge and basic awareness about the finance thing. And another is your, in every domain with when you give an interview, your 30 to 40% of the interview will be on the basis of what you have learned in your articleship. So these all things you should be prepared with when you are going for a corporate banking interview.
Okay, and on this point, even I would like to add up in industrial training, like around 40% of your interview will surely be drive upon what are the factors you are mentioning in your articleship experience. So be sure जो काम किया है वही काम लिखना, जो नहीं किया है वो लिखना मत, वरना फंस जाओगे. वहां पर इंटरव्यूअर पूछेगा तुमसे तो क्या किया है, and then you won't have an answer to that because you would not have practically done that. So be specific with what you are mentioning in your articleship experience. Okay, Varun. Now, like this was a question asked to us by a registration query. If someone is confused what domain to choose, which to go for, and like how would someone find the opportunities? If someone is confused, how should he figure out what exactly would be best for him or her?
So the best way to know about what domain you are interested is to know what that domain actually is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's why we are conducting this industrial training guidance session, so that you can know when you are working as an industrial training, what your actually role would look like. So when I applied, I understood all the entire details, what my role would be. So understand all those things from each of the people you are meeting in different domains, and then try to understand what is something that you are like that is making you interested to work in, and you would continue to work in that particular domain itself after your qualification. So industrial training you should not take just for the purpose ki the stipend is there, but you are willing to work in that particular domain itself post your qualification. If it's you are interested in that, then go for that domain. And if you are confused, don't be in a hurry to apply for any vacancies or just go in any particular domain. Meet with people, connect with people, ask them what the domain actually looks like, and then make a decision.
करेक्ट सो दैट्स ट्रूली ट्रू दैट कोई भी डिसीजन ये देखकर नहीं लेना चाहिए कितनी स्टाइपेंड मिल रही है 70,000 60,000 50,000 1 lakh the decision should not depend upon that. Varun had offers from many companies which paid 60,000 70,000 in industrial training, but he opted for more like less than 50% of the stipend from those which were offered by few companies. Why? Because the domain he wanted to go for was something exciting and aligned to his career objective. So don't blindly just apply everywhere. Research about the role and then apply and sit for the interviews. Okay, Varun, now as I know that your exams are near in September itself, so less than 50 days for it. We wish you all the best, but like how are you managing? Because the important question is कि भाई studies कैसे manage करना है हमको CA industrial training के साथ time भी बढ़ेगा plus पढ़ाई का time भी will be at very near to your exams. So what should be the strategy?
So in the old scheme, too, we face this issue a lot because we used to get 3 or 4 months of leave in industrial training, and we had to cover the entire study in this period. Like I'm also facing a lot of difficulties now covering the entire thing because I was working as an industrial trainee then earlier in EY, and due to so many co-curricular activities, building CA so I got very less time, but I'm trying to cope up with that now. But for the newcomers, for the new scheme, you don't have to worry a lot about the study pressure because you will have at least 6 to 7 months of study leaves in the new scheme. But still, I would suggest ki, if you have not started your studies yet, start early. Try to finish some subjects like AFM, FR before you go into industrial training. Or if you have not yet started, start it and try to complete at least 3 subjects till you end the industrial training. Do it slowly. No need to hurry up. You have 12 months of your industrial training. Start a particular subject. Take 4 to 5 months for each subject and complete it. So once you leave your industrial training, you would have at least 3 subjects completed, and you will have to study for just 2 more subjects because IBS would be a mix of all. And also ensure no SPOM, and also you would be able to give now post your exams only. So ensure that you also complete them as soon as possible once you complete your industrial training.
Okay, so that was the end from the questions from my side, Varun. If someone has in the audience few questions for Varun, please raise your hand so that we can take your doubts. If anyone is having any questions for Varun or he covered everything in detail, if someone has, please raise your hand so that we can take your question. Okay, Ruchi, you will ask.
Hello everyone.
Yeah, hi,
Hi.
Ruchi.
So my question is, I'm working in a mid-sized firm and I want to go for the industrial training. Now I'm facing a problem in which domain I should go.
Mm, in your industrial training, right?
And yes, yes.
So listen to all the speakers who have come today for this industrial training session. Try to understand what domain is interesting you, and like to be honest, the domains that you would be most interested in, like your consulting. If you are a finance loving person, then you would be interested in private equity, investment banking, equity research, all these types of domains. But the vacancies in these types of domains are very few, and mostly they try to prefer the candidates who are either rankers or from like mostly so they prefer rankers only, and if not rankers they prefer big four or big six candidates. But it's not necessary they don't hire mid-size candidates at all. They do hire them, but you need to have some extra edge in your resume or something that can show that you are definitely interested in this role and you would be a very good candidate if they hire. So on that basis you should decide what domain is interesting you, and like one thing is interest and another thing is your capability. So when you match both of things,
Yes, yes.
you are interested in the domain and you are also capable or you are willing to contribute to that company, that would be the perfect domain for you.
Okay. Especially in the mid-sized firm, there are mixed work like of GST also, income tax also, but there is no specialized work. So how we can go for it?
Like, what's
Industrial
your
training में कि
uh,
क्या चूज करें?
like what's your future goal? Like,
ये
what you
क्वेश्चन
want
आया
to do?
मुझे.
What your qualification? What you have decided? Have
I
you
have
decided
decided that
anything?
I is mostly.
You want to open a practice, right?
Yes, yes.
So it's better you continue with your existing articleship firm. I'm not uh, demotivating you to go for industrial training, but that's
Yeah.
the best thing you can do
Okay.
for if you want to do your practice later on. Because in practice, you won't be doing all these things like your account FP&A or your investment banking, all these domain things. Okay, so you would be doing all the things that you are
Yes.
already doing at your mid-size firm. And in practice, you have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get specialization in all domains. You need basic knowledge of all the domains, so you can like serve
Yes.
your clients also. So it's better you continue with that only. I would suggest that.
Okay. Okay, that's much from my side.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, Varun, we first thought of taking one more question, but due to time, we can't take more questions. So, if anyone is having any other question, they can't reach out to
Uh,
Varun because he will be going for
yeah. So
exam
let's
prep. So,
take,
if you have
if
any
possible,
questions,
if
I'm
possible, can we
really
do?
sorry, Varun.
Okay, no issues.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Any questions that you have for Varun, please ping them to me. I will try to get you an answer from him whenever he is free. So, thank you so much, Varun, for joining us. And we would now be making thanks so much for spending your time and all the best for your exams.
thanks a lot.
Yeah. Now, guys, we'll be starting with our another domain, investment banking, which is by Hardeep Prajapati. We have you, Hardeep, right here.
Am I audible?
Yes, Hardeep, you are audible. So, hi, Hardeep. I
Uh,
welcome you to this CAGE CA Industrial Training Guidance session. First of all, about Hardeep, guys, he's working in investment banking in Motilal Oswal. And as far as I saw, Hardeep, you were working in investment banking in video, right? For your articleship as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Perfect, guys. So now let's hear from the best about the investment banking domain. He has a articleship and industrial training, both like experience in that. So first of all, Heather, what made you go for an industrial training and why particularly towards the investment banking?
So the actually field started from the articleship only. There was a small firm where I started doing my like internship kind of thing in taxation and audit also for 4 months. But I didn't got that spark that I have to continue in this field. Once I cleared my CA inter, I gave 5 interviews in total. And all were for investment banking only, and none of them were for audit or taxation. So initially only, I was very much determined that I have to go in this field only. For industrial training, I was very flexible. That I would be okay to go in equity research role. I would be okay to go in investment banking or any strategy type kind of role. But yeah, luckily I got placed at Motilal Oswal.
Nice. So now, can you guide us with an example, like how exactly the investment banking looks like, or what work is involved with?
So if I tell you the rosy part of investment banking, yeah, you get to meet founders and promoters of the company. If your team is really nice, they support you. They will let you sit with in the meetings and pitch. And the backside of the story that yeah, you'll have to crunch on numbers. I do a lot of Excels and you'll have to make PPT. If I share an example, very soon you will be hearing that Ken Taro is coming up with an IPO. It will be there in your Demat account. So on that pitch, I got an opportunity to work like how we have to position the company, how we have to pitch a company. Once the pitching was done, we have to look after the end-to-end process of SEBI compliances. What are the SEBI compliances are there? What are the promoter compliances are there. And once the compliances are done, we get to know the marketing part of the site, which is one of the best part, where you get a chance to meet with mutual funds, majority with the funds who actually back an IPO. This was a from an IPO point of view. Let's say from a private deal point of view, you get to work on a pitches. You make a lot of ppts, like you have to make ppt for a pitch, you have to make a ppt for investment theses and all, and information memorandums. So yeah, my daily day looks like I have to do research, I have to work on models sometimes, like once in a week I do have to work on models, and I do make pitches and ppts on a daily basis. Yeah.
That's really interesting, like the work, because we have heard about investment banking just from the outer point of view, and now from getting to know it from the person who is actually working, it's quite interesting. Now, like I want to ask you, Hardeep, like, how can you find the opportunities? Because as far as I know, opportunities in investment banking are quite very limited, and when kind of internal questions are asked, then how one can prepare about the same.
Okay, so best place currently I can see is a CA platform, because you get everything at one place. And during really regret why it was not there at my time. My a lot of time would be saved. So you can look on LinkedIn. You can connect with people on LinkedIn. Uh, as you earlier mentioned, you cannot cold mail essay directly to anyone. You'll have to figure out to whom you have to mail. And most best part is you should reach out to AVP, VP, and director level people, so that they have some power to hire. So reaching out to a person at a lower level, analyst level, it will just help you key what are the things or what are the cultural fit things are going on. But they won't be able to help you that whether is there any vacancy or not, whether they would be able to hire you or not. So this is the thing. And for vacancies regarding, the best part is find people who are there already in investment banking at higher levels. So in Motilal Oswal, how I found this vacancy was there was no vacancy at all. They created one for me. So there was no way I can connect to people. So what I used to do, I used to check on the post which they post on their LinkedIn. So I got a reference that okay, these two HRs are from IB department. Okay, so I connected with them. Ki, is there any opportunity I can look after? So after 2 3 days of follow, they reverted back, and from there it started. So I did it for more than 10 12 companies which I wanted to go. And so this is how it works. And for interview preparation, there was a PDF which I referred 3 years back also, and today also I share it with people, and sometimes I also use that PDF. Contains 45 questions of IB, equity research, finance, and strategy types of questions, like what is IRR, NPV, FCFF, FCFE, kind of questions, which I've already shared it with Srishti. She will share it with you. That if you prepare that questions now, it is good to go. And if I share you a small example, recently my friend got interviewed at Motilal Oswal. No technical questions were asked. It was just cultural fit questions. Whether you are saying at numbers, that's it. So yeah.
Okay, so guys, even Hardeep proved that cold mailing doesn't always help, or it does not like the only option that you should resort to. You have to do hard work by yourself to find an industrial training. Everyone can just guide you. No one can create an opportunity for you, or no one can guarantee your placement. So that's very clear thing. Even I can vouch for the same. And the interview question PDF which Hardeep was talking about will be shared in the community group just after the meet. Now, Rohit, another question we got from our audience is like, are there any prerequisite skills or things which you require for getting into this domain?
So you have to be either good in any one of the two. One, either you are good at numbers, or either you are good at presenting. Even if you have one of the skill, you can definitely crack investment banking, because I know I have both the examples. I'm not that great with numbers. like I cannot connect the chronology. But on the other hand, one of my friend, he is doing actuaries with a CA. He is at actuaries, cleared all the 5 exams. He's very great with numbers, but he do not know how to present. And on the other hand, I make a lot of PPTs. I do present. So you have to be good at any one of them. Yeah.
Okay. And one more question that we got was, does the rank attempt and your articleship background truly matters when you are searching like an industry training generally, or you can also take it specifically related to investment banking?
Guys, live example, just hustle hard. I'm not an anchor. I do not have very good score. I am barely passed inter exams. I barely passed.
Yeah, Hardeep, you can unmute and continue. I just muted all participants.
Is it audible now?
Yeah, it is audible.
So rank actually doesn't matter. It helps you to get that initial push, but it won't restrict कि आप कभी जा ही नहीं सकते यहाँ पे. Yeah. And what actually matters, if you have a very great level of executive connections, that helps.
Correct. Okay. Now, my questions for you, Hardeep, are this much only. But now, if anyone has the question, please raise your hands. And before we take the audience question, just a announcement. We have too many questions, but we'll just pick two. Post this session, we will be having Tanay Bagaria for Management Consulting from BCG. For that, the meeting will be ended and you have to rejoin it again. So sorry for the inconvenience, guys, but the meeting time is restricted to 6:30. So if I end the meeting after every session, please go join that. I'll also put the thing and link in the community group. So okay, we'll take the question from Pankaj Pancheshwar. I saw his hand raised from quite a long. Yes, Pankaj, you may ask your question. Hello, Pankaj, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, any industry specific knowledge you have to gain or anything else to enter into investment banking?
So I'll comment on that. If you have any, it is a cherry on top. So it will help you to differentiate from the that top 100%. So you will be in a top 1%. So what you can do, prepare a thesis of investment on particular sector or any particular stock. This will help you to get an edge from others. So अगर आप sector पकड़ रहे हो कोई, तो it's well and good. If नहीं पकड़ रहे हो, तो you'll have to work on other part of the things. I have made one PDF on healthcare sector. It's very easy to read and easy to understand. I'll share that also. So it will help you to get at least one sector you can learn.
Okay.
Now let's take the question from Janvi Karia.
Am I audible?
Yes, you
Yes,
are
Janvi.
audible.
First of all, thank you so much, Srishti ma'am and sir. The session has been really very helpful. There are no informative pieces available on industrial training or otherwise articleship guidance. The CA Genie has been helping me a lot. Now coming to
Thanks.
my question, as you said that the vacancies for investment banking are really very less. That is true. But when a student comes does not have a rank, uh, he or she does not possess very good marks. Like I have cleared in my first attempt, but the marks are not very great. I am doing articleship from Ahmedabad in a mid-sized firm,
Hmm.
and also I do not have any connection. So to get an industrial training in a good company seems like a lot.
So what you can do actually, there was a case similar to you, but that guy was able to make it. How? What you can do is कि you can connect to people on LinkedIn who regularly post such posts. Uh, but at the end, everything is covered in CA Genie app. So you will get everything, whatever is there on LinkedIn, you will get one at one place. And on the other hand, it's never late to start connecting people. As I said, start connecting to people at top level, executive level पे. तो वहाँ पे what will be, they don't ignore the messages. One good thing about that, they don't ignore the messages. They will respond in 1 or 2 days, but they will respond. So just try connecting with more people as much as many you can. It will take 1 or 2 weeks. That's it. I guess that's it. Srishti.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
then.
Thank you so much.
Okay, then if you guys have any other questions, I guess if Hardeep is available, he'll be ready to take up it up on the LinkedIn. So please, you can reach out to him. We will share the all the speakers' LinkedIn IDs also there. So thank you so very much, Hardeep, for joining us and sharing your experience and insights. Like a big thank you from the entire CGE team for being here in the session.
You guys are doing really great thing. Thanks to you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, now a quick update. I'm just ending this meeting. I request you all to please rejoin again because we are already 50 minutes off and the time is 60. So the next one will be starting with is Tanay Bagaria, Management Consulting BCG. And ending the meeting, I request you all to please rejoin again. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for bearing this inconvenience. We make sure that this shouldn't happen again from any other session. We'll just wait for 2 minutes more so that everyone gets a chance to join in fast. Look at the do session where over the domains. Was it insightful? Was it helpful to you guys?
Yes, it was very helpful.
Please let us know if the sessions that we are organizing are truly meeting the purpose or not, so that we can also keep on improving ourselves based on your feedbacks and everything. And see, as CAGV just started 3.5 months ago, and we are still in a growing phase, and we aim to be the one-stop solution for all the CA dreams of everyone, right from the scratch to home. And there are many more things, sessions, events, everything lined up for all the CA students. So I request if you guys can help us make visible in front of all the CA students by posting about us on LinkedIn, only if you feel that what we are doing is really helpful and many of the students like you will need such thing. if you think that what we are doing is truly helpful and it can help create difference for all C students, it's a छोटी request. Please help us gain more visibility in front of all the C students so that हम हर किसी को reach कर पाए and we can like share our services and everything to everyone because maximum things that we will be doing is surely everything for free. We won't claim to charge anything from the students because we ourselves faced all such issues when we were in need of agriculture or industrial training. So just to sort that, we are doing. So if you guys find it insightful, helpful, please post about us and share us with all your friends and all the fellow CA students. Okay, just a second. Let me check if we have Tane in the room. Okay, Tane will be joining guys in a minute. So by the time, if anyone has any other question related to process or anything about industrial training, you can shoot it upon me. By the time Tanay joins, he's just joining. Yeah, yeah, actually, you can ask.
Hi, Srishti, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I am good. I don't have questions regarding this training, but I'm pretty sure what
Regarding?
That's it.
You are an audible actually, Shri.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah, you're audible now.
Hello.
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay, Srishti. So I wanted to tell you that I attended your session, first session on articleship, how to attend the dream articleship, that session, because my friend was a part of it. Satvik was speaking, and you shared the link
Okay.
in the regionals group, which I was a part of.
Yeah, yeah.
And trust me, it really helped a lot. Initially, my intention to join was a lot of good speakers were there in the session, and I joined it, and I really found it very much helpful because apart from gaining articleship or industrial training, it is good to connect or listen to people who speak about achieving CA as a goal, as a dream. Somewhere in the journey, it's a long journey, right? 5 years, and
Yeah.
it is somewhat difficult. You fall into deep phases, and it feels a little demotivating, I can say. But attending sessions, despite not wanting anything, I don't want industrial training. I'm not looking for articleship because I'm already in one, and attending the sessions really helped because I think it made a difference to my week because the way I look at my articleship after listening to all these speakers helped a lot, and I a learning perspective, and it's a growth mindset that I have after these sessions that you conduct weekly or every fortnight once. So thank you so much, Srishti. What you do is wonderful. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you. Thank you. It's great to know that it helped you, Shri. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Yes, Risha, if you have
Yeah.
anything.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Risha, you are audible.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to, I would like to say that these sessions are very helpful and the two speakers that spoke were really good. But I just want to ask other mentors that will come that is industrial training really beneficial because since the articleship period is reduced 2 years, so in articleship period we research on different fields like taxation, audit, and we get to know more in depth about those fields. But in in industrial training, we will not be able to do research in these fields as a tradition as in traditional fields. So is industrial training really beneficial, or do we have any disadvantage of not doing 2 years of articleship?
First of all, you rightly posed this question because अभी जो 2 साल का हो चुका है, like I can vouch for it. In 1 year, you can't learn everything, be it your agriculture, be it your industrial training. So as far as the two session speakers already mentioned, see what's your calling. Like if you want to do a practice, you want to be as a chartered accountant into the traditional domains of like audit, taxation, or such, which only chartered accountant specific roles. So I can highly tell you that it's good that you just stick to your articleship itself, because जो वहाँ पर experience आपको मिलेगा traditional CA roles का, that you won't get into your industrial training. But if you have plan B, like going towards MNCs, working in the corporates, and like doing job or into the non-traditional fields like your investment banking, private equity, equity research, corporate banking, then for that you surely have to go for an industrial training. But again, 1 year you can't expect to know each and every aspect about and each and everything in detail. But that's totally depend upon your call. So that you have to decide for yourself, like you want to go for practice, you want to go for traditional CA roles, or you want to go and explore the corporate side and the other opportunities that are handling there in the world. So that's totally subjective, Kalisha.
Yes, and I have also decided to not go into the practice and do things like go in fields like private equity, investment banking. So what I think is I have not decided, but I want to explore these fields, and for that I have to do industrial things. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. Yeah, for that you need to do an industrial training.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Now, Tanay, do we have you in the session?
Yeah, hi Srishti, just give me a moment.
Yeah, sure. So guys, now let's welcome Tanay Bagheria. Like Tanay is working as an industrial trainee in BCG. He was previously doing his articles from KPMG into deal advisory, and he is the CA intermediate all India ranker 2 as well. And he has also cleared CFA L1, L2 with 90 plus percentile, as I can see. So that's really a great feat, Tanay, that you have achieved, and it's really
Thank you so
inspiring
much,
to
Srishti.
everyone.
Thank you so much.
Like along with the internship, articleship, BCG, KPMG, and like CA, you have managed CFA as well. So like really a hats up to you, man. And welcome to this
Well, that's
session.
saying a lot, Srishti, but thank you so much.
Okay, Tana. So like without
Yeah.
wasting more of the time, let's move on to the questions. So the first question that I
Sure.
want to pose to you is like, what made you understand like management consulting is your calling and you have to go in this particular domain for your industrial training?
Okay, the patent question which any
Yeah.
person would ask to anybody joining any industrial training. So
Right.
to answer that question, well, from the very beginning, like academically, I had been proficient since the school times. I'll just take you through the history a little bit, won't bore you guys. But originally, I was willing to take science, but then post 10th, I realized that no, not science, but commerce. Post that, I decided to do something related to numbers because numbers are something that excites me a lot. But at that time, when I was trying to explore fields, there were certain fields that excited me even more, along with like other than numbers. Uh, Two of them were management consultancy and something related to project management, which is essentially again advisory only. So since then, I had always wanted to, try something out in this field. So, but then that idea became a backdrop only because then started with CA, started with CFA. Initially, I was not even aware that PCG does hire industrial trainees. So that was never a motive as such. The target originally was going for some finance related role rather, and that sufficiently justifying why I'm doing CFA also. But when I got to know that BCG is hiring industrial trainees, like BCG, out of all the big three consulting firms, it is only BCG who is hiring industrial trainees. And it being something that I always wanted to try since the time that I was supposed to choose a field post 10 standard. So I was like, why not give it a shot? And at that point in time, I just felt like if given an opportunity to work on two paths right now, those two would be something related to numbers and finance, that maybe IB, PE, such roles, or something related to consultancy. The two names that come to your mind is uh, either BCG when it comes to consulting, and when it comes to IBP, we see there are various firms which offer multiple roles. But there was a dichotomy which I faced, and at that point in time, BCG was the one which started hiring earlier. So as I got into it, I just felt like this is the right place. That is an internal instinct and calling that comes at that point in time. That if this was something that you always wanted to try, and if this has come to you, then it also means that it is not just you yourself calling you, but it was also the universe saying that yes, go for it. So at that point in time, I realized that definitely since I wanted to try it, because always, you know what, advising, yani gyan dena, what we call popularly,
हाँ.
so has been a passion for almost all. But I always felt like there are certain things when it comes to business that I feel on a personal level can be done differently, whether because I have seen businesses all my life. My family has always been into businesses. My father, my grandfather, my uncle, my maternal side family also. So I've always been like, yaar, aap ye aise kyun karte ho? You should be doing this way. So at that point in time, also I realized that there should be some way of formalizing it. Let's try this, and that is when I decided that yes, let's go for it.
Okay, so you had that यही है वो वाला moment with management consulting and BCG, like if I can say
Correct.
in short. Okay,
True.
now Tanay, like what does your work looks like exactly? Can you give us an example and portray about it?
Okay. So when it comes to management consulting, it is very subjective because it depends a lot on what case you are staffed upon. So what happens over here is that there could be multiple types of cases and multiple types of clients. So there are two
Hmm.
factors which determine that what kind of work you will be doing. The two factors are one is the industry, that is the kind of company in which you are staffed, and the other is the case, that is what type of work the client wants you to get done. So there are basically like if I categorize into a few verticals, there are three, four kinds of jobs that are usually done by management consultants. One will be related to profit maximization, that is increasing the profits for the company by either uh, ensuring that their revenues are boosted up or by ensuring that the costs are reduced. It could either be a market entry related advisory, that is how do we enter a new market. It could be something related to growth, that how do we expand in the same markets, maybe new products, new product developments, or maybe just new market expansion with the existing products, or maybe how do we enter into a merger or any kind of transaction with other companies or something like that. So these are the four, five major things that we as management consultants might be doing. So it depends a lot that what kind of a case you have been allocated upon. Like the case, and there are another vertical of cases which are called unconventional. So right now I'm more of on an unconventional case wherein I'm not doing either of them. I can't be describing a lot about my work that what exactly I do, but it is more of related to changing the operating model of the client. So ideally, the day looks like we begin with client meetings, we end with client meetings, and during the day, all we do is client meetings. Yes, the popular notion that we keep preparing decks, we keep preparing models is not untrue. It is very true. Slides are a part and parcel of management consultancy. Excels are a part and parcel of management consultancy. But the biggest thing that we do, which I should be emphasizing a lot about, is brainstorming, because in many roles you will find that all you have to do is redundant work. You have a process, you have a certain methodology, a modus operandi that you need to follow. But like in management consultancy particularly, there is no modus operandi, there is no methodology. Everything that happens is raw. Every ideation is raw. It starts right from the scratch. There is complete brainstorming going on. If you enter into the room while all of us are discussing, you'll just feel that are you guys fighting? Like that is the scenario that develops right inside the discussion room, because everybody has a point of view, and that is the best and the most beautiful part about consultancy and about the entire day. That at the end of the day, you will feel worth it because you utilize your brain, you gave your suggestions, and you had a point of view. So if I would want to summarize in one line that what we do is that we ideate from the scratch, we create from the scratch, we develop from the scratch. So that is something how the day looks like.
Okay, then it was quite a detail. Like the next question is about even when I was finding my industrial training, like me and many of the friends of mine, or almost everyone has that dream. Okay, like it's very nice if we get into BCV. So I want to like ask you, like, what's the entire process like from resume shortlisting, interview, and is it really true that only rankers like get hired into BCG? So this is a tough question that we have been receiving since we posted that you are coming into the session. So I want you to guide about it.
So that is a question even I have been answering for like quite some time now. So to begin with the process, No, let me begin with the okay. No, I'll go with the mythbuster later on, but let me begin with the process only. To begin with the process, the first stage, as you mentioned correctly, is the resume shortlisting. There are certain cycles of BCG. So at BCG, there originally used to be 2 cycles. As of now, they are continuing with the 2 cycle phase only, despite intermediate students having 3 attempts. So right now, they have not decided whether they'll go for 3 cycles or not. But there are two 6 monthly cycles. There is a open post which is made for resume shortlisting. They have their own format for resume, which is attached in the invitation post only. You need to, draft your resume according to their format, give it to them. The process takes approximately 10 to 15 days. After the resume shortlisting is closed, in the next 10 days, there is results for that. Approximately 15 to 20 candidates ideally get selected. The resume gets shortlisted. Post that, there is an entire lead time of approximately 25 days, wherein they provide you a buddy from BCG only who trains you, who guides you, who solves cases with you. Because ideally at BCG or at any management consulting firm, the interviews, how do they look like, is just case-based interviews. That is all we have. So ideally in those 20-25 days, what happens is you are being prepared for those case interviews. You prepare internally amongst the cohort with other candidates. You prepare with the buddy who has been allocated to you. So the preparation stage goes up. Then comes the interview day. There's a single day the interviews happen, 2 to 3 rounds. Post that, ideally 5 to 10, 5 to 7 candidates, whoever they find suitable, they get selected. Now, when I talk about the biggest factor that you asked about, that whether rankers are the only ones who get into BCG, this is completely a false statement. And I have great arguments, fact-based arguments to prove that it is absolutely wrong. Uh, Not taking names, you can also find on LinkedIn various people who are non-rankers, and despite they are into BCG as industrial trainees. The first fact. The second fact is that how they look upon the resume while shortlisting. If I reveal this, everybody will trust me then that it is definitely not just rankers who can get into BCG. There are 3 things that they look upon. The first and foremost is definitely academics. But in academics, it is not just rank that they may look upon. Even if you have good academic history, you have a graduation from a good college. It can be any of the campuses of Delhi University, Mumbai University, Nursing Monji, any good college. It could be any good college, or it could be any additional course that you are pursuing, whether it be CS, it could be CFA. So you can get shortlisted on the basis of academics, even if you have qualified any of the 3 criteria of academics. The second thing that they look upon is articleship experience. In that case, they definitely prefer Big Four, Big Six candidates, but there are people who have gotten into BCG even after not having a Big Four or a Big Six. Well, then what is it that matters the most are the large segments that are positions of responsibility and extracurricular activities. So you need to be involved as much as possible in each and everything that excites you, apart from academics also. The day you leave that, I don't know about BCG. BCG is a small thing, but in general also that will affect you negatively a lot. So the only request for all those who are not able to secure a rank in intermediate but wish to get into BCG is that they must go on continuing extracurricular curricular activities, participate in ICI events, participate in external events, participate in whatever sports you like. Maybe you like some other extracurricular activities like performing arts, maybe drama, singing, dancing. It could be anything. So they put a lot of weightage on extracurricular activities. And by positions of responsibility, what I meant was you could be a part of the student council at your school. You could be a volunteer at the conferences which are conducted by ICAI. You could be one of the managing committee members of Vikasa, Sikasa, Ikasa, the CASA committees basically. So all of that matters a lot. So focusing on them is what is entirely required to bust the myth that, only rankers can get into BCG.
Okay, and the ICI events, which are like, as per my thing, like they are quite underrated. People don't attend more, but if you tend
True.
to attend more and more in number, even I think it's myself because I have seen a change. I have made a lot of connections by going frequently into all these events and competitions. So it helps you to
True.
overall development in your personality.
Of course. who doesn't know? Just to inform all of you guys, the person speaking right before me is a national winner of the pitch deck competition last year, which is one of the most prestigious events conducted by ICAR.
Yeah, thanks for the mention to this, by the way. Yeah. Now, I would
Yeah.
like to pose a last question. Like, we received this question. Okay, so what was your timeline? Like, when did you start applying for industrial training? Well, like, आपकी आर्टिकलशिप कब खत्म हो रही थी? कब से आपने सर्च करना शुरू किया? And how people act upon this timeline? And what would you have to say to the fellow juniors who aspire to get into BCG or into management consulting? So, अभी आपका timeline कैसा था? And then the advice.
Got it. Got it. So to answer the first part of the question, what happens usually at BCG, as I mentioned, there are 2 6 monthly cycles. So industrial training at BCG looks thoda different. They hire very early. They hire at least 5 to 6 months early from the date of joining. So my hiring cycle started ideally around July last year, around the same time. And post that, there was, as I mentioned, 10-12 days ka gap in the resume shortlisting. I received the resume shortlist around second week of August. Post that, we had 25 days, and in the first week of September, my interviews were done, and I was shortlisted for PCG. So ideally, it happened approximately 6 months ago. A short timeline and a very far timeline before the completion of articleship, because ideally my articleship completed in March. So I had a gap of like 6 months. So, but ideally, what happens is only BCG is the place wherein they hire so early. But when it comes to other companies hiring for industrial trainees, so they don't hire so early. And usually, ideally, the timeline I would suggest for applying for industrial trainees is around 2 to 3 months before your articleship is getting completed. So ideally, for all those students who would have had cleared last year in May 2024, would have joined their articleship somewhere around July or August. So this should have had been the time wherein you guys should have been starting to move towards the industrial training in the most core manner. Like even if you start right now, this is not late, but ideally you should have had started somewhere around June. So ideally, there should be a gap of around 2 months from the date when your articleship is about to end to the date when you are beginning to look for industrial training opportunities. To answer the second part of the question, that is what advice I would give is, I guess I already mentioned very clearly that this is the one thing that I would suggest, that don't give up on extracurricular activities. And this is an advice not just for BCG guys. I mean, it is an advice in general which will help you not just to get into BCG, but in general also forward in future to develop your personality. Also, it will help you a lot. In fact, me myself, I'm participating in the National Talent Hunts right now, even after joining BCG. So this is something that you guys should never drop. And also, it's a great journey. Like, just to describe in 2 3 lines, the past 2.5 months have been a roller coaster, a complete roller coaster, or even more than a roller coaster, I would call it a dare drop. It goes so high, suddenly it will drop so low. Again, it will slowly rise to the peak. Again, suddenly it will drop low. So it is going to be a dare drop tower. It is going to be a roller coaster, but this is a journey worth living, because all of us know the thrill that we get in the roller coaster or the dare drop tower, or the peaceful air brushing against us that we get during the roller coaster rides. The joy that we get post the end of that roller coaster ride is something that is uncomparable. And work for that. That is definitely a journey worth living.
Nice, great, Tanay. Like you have summed up your entire experience in such a way that I was able to imagine each and everything that you were saying. So that really proved that you are a good orator. So congratulations
Thank you
for
so
that.
much, Rishti.
Now,
Thank you
without
so
like
much.
wasting any time, if anyone has any questions for Tanay, please raise your hands so that we can take a max of 2 questions. Anyone is having any questions for Tanay, please. Okay. Yes, Gun, you raised your hand. You may ask your question.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, good.
Uh, is there any technical skills that are specifically needed if pursue industrial training in BCG for management consulting? Technical skills, apart
Okay.
from the inter-studies.
Got it. Hi, Gun. So to answer your question, uh, by technical skills, if you mean something like Excel skills, PPT skills, definitely you need not be very proficient with that. That is something that you will gradually learn while you are at BCG, like while you are at any particular industrial training. And in fact, to be very honest with that answer, very core technical skills are not something that you require to get into any of the industrial training opportunities. What you require more is your soft skills. What you require more is the way you present yourself. So your personality is what shines earlier. The technical skills are something that will be polished during the journey. You should have basic knowledge. You should have basic skills, like you should be well versed with MS Office K tools, for example. You should be knowing basic Excel, basic PPT, and all of that stuff. But you are never required or expected to be very proficient in them. So you need not worry about them. You can just focus on your personality more.
Thank you. And one more thing I would like to ask, does attempt matters? Like if you want like a single or a second attempt in anywhere, but later on you cover yourself with better skills, little soft skills, so can you cover that failure or your failure while entering into BCG?
Okay. So to answer that question, before I answer, I would just like to correct the question. Uh, Giving a second attempt is not called a failure, though. And to answer the question now, while at BCG, they have a specific requirement of having cleared the C intermediate exam in the first attempt. But as far as other industrial training opportunities are concerned, there are various industrial training opportunities which are like really great opportunities wherein you can still excel, you can still get shortlisted even after having more than like one attempt. But at BCG, to keep the answer short, you have to have a single attempt.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Okay,
welcome.
now let's take a last question from Parth.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Yes.
Parth, you're audible. Hi, Parth.
Hi, Tanay. So, like, my question is not anything related to BCG, but I'm currently facing a like choice between two domains that I'm getting. One is VC and one is proper FP&A roles.
The first
So,
one that you said
like,
was?
VC, venture capitalist.
Okay, VC, right. Great.
And the other one is FP&A, in which
Got it.
like I'm currently it's like a pharmaceutical company. So
Got it.
I will get to work on the financial analysis part of it.
Got it.
So like, what would you choose if you were given this both? Like any insights from you?
Okay. Yes, Parth. So first of all, heartiest congratulations on having this opportunity to be able to choose, because this is something not everybody gets.
I
So
know, thank
congratulations
you
for
for
that.
that.
But honestly, I believe I can give my insights. I don't have a problem with that. I can give my POV for sure. But I believe that that is not something that should influence you. But still, if you ask me that what would I have chosen, I would have had went for the VC role, because I mentioned in the beginning also I have had an interest. Like even I face a dichotomy whether I should not go for BCG and try for some other PE, VC, IB roles, or go with the internal calling at that point in time. I decided management consultancy, but if I would have had been given an opportunity in your place, I would have had gone for a VC role. But then there are multiple factors that need to be considered. Which company is offering the VC role versus which company is offering the FP&A role? What exactly is the JD that is given? So these are a few factors
Right.
that need to be considered. If you want, we can
Mhm.
connect personally also for that. But like I believe that it should be a wholehearted decision from your end. And कहीं ना कहीं अंदर ही अंदर मन में एक आंसर तो आ ही चुका होगा अभी तक भी. So,
I actually have an answer. Like I am inclined to go towards VC only, but it's actually there are some factors that is stopping me. So I guess thank you for your insight. So thanks.
you're welcome, Parth. All the best.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks a lot. Like I have seen like there are many people raising the hand, but then if you allow them, they can reach over to you over LinkedIn and ask
Sure,
any of the doubts that they have. So
sure.
thank you so very much, Tanay, for joining here and like sharing all your insights and experience. It was a great time with you. We hope to see you as an anchor in CA final as well. So, all the
Thank you
best for
so much.
that.
Thank you so much, Rishti. It was great. I would rather thank you guys for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. And guys, we will be sharing the LinkedIn IDs of all the speakers post the session, plus the documents which were shared by Hardeep for the investment banking. Everything will be sharing. So make sure that you are joined into CAG's WhatsApp community. Now we have another speaker. Harsh, are you there?
Hi, Shrishti. Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, guys. So along with me, please welcome Harsh Shukla. He is working as a CA industry training in BHU. He was working in EY for his articles, and he is also an All India ranker trained into his CA intermediate exam. So I welcome you on behalf of the entire CGE team, Harsh. Happy to have you here on this
Thank you.
evening.
Yeah, happy to join you guys.
So the first thing that I would like to ask you is, what made you opt for industrial training and how did you get into DE Shaw? Even I appeared for interviews. I went till the last round and I got rejected. So we want to know from you, like, how exactly you got into DE Shaw?
So I'll just try to keep this answer as short as possible. The thing being that I was not as that inclined towards doing an industrial training because I was doing great at articleship. The work that I was doing in EY was absolutely amazing. It was directly I would go to represent clients in front of transfer pricing officers or going into DRP. Even though we cannot do much since we are not CAs because we do not have an authorized signatory in our hand. Still, I would assist my managers and partners in doing the same. It was a great experience there. I was not looking as such for industrial training. I appeared for an interview in BCG. I gave till the MDP round. I did not get selected there for some reason. Not sure as to why, but I am fine with it because then I got shortlisted in various other companies. It was Goldman, GPMC, D Shaw. D Shaw was the last one that I got shortlisted into. Going further towards your question, that industrial training, at first I was not inclined, but then I made my mind that we have got these 2 years in order to experience and experiment stuff because we are not into a cycle or say after becoming CA, you do not have a line where you can look back or you can go back. "Okay, now I have experienced 5 years and now I will go back and start again." This cannot be done. But here you have just spent an year, so you can again go into say industrial training and see and explore more stuff. For your second part, how I got into D Show, they maintain their standards. They just take 5 to 7 rounds of interview. Even I don't know why do they do this for even industrial trainees. Even at BCG, they take just 2 rounds of interviews. But they do take. But I'll tell you, as far as I know, it depends on your role. But also in any interview that I have done, I cleared interviews almost in all of them, including the partner round at BCG. It's just about how you express your articleship. If you are able to express your articleship in the best possible words, each and every person is going to select you. It doesn't matter how technically sound you are. So it does matter a little bit, but it doesn't matter on that scale because they want to understand how you did in your articleship and how you were able to solve problems. It's not about they'll just go into you and say, "Okay, if you don't know FM, then you'll not get selected." It's just about your articleship experience, that I would say. Yeah.
Okay, Harsh. Now I want to know, like, what's your role exactly and what your typical day at work look like. If you can give us an example, what is work at DE
Okay.
Shaw?
Okay, so I'll also keep this answer to a certain point because we sign an NDA with them as to non-disclosures and stuff.
Yeah,
But I'll
yeah, I
try
can
to
get it.
give as much information as possible. So as first, when I started my industrial training, as any industrial trainee at any place, you would start getting work which is a little bit monotonous. I started with in EY and I started here as well with that kind of work. I am telling you this thing, whosoever is starting their articleship or be it any job, I am not saying this is relevant to CA. It's relevant to any job. When you start, you are going to get some monotonous work. You need to do that good, that only then will they have um, you know um, a kind of a trust on you, and then they'll be providing you some work that actually will derive value from you. So I started in the financial reporting role, which is majorly calculation of returns, working in a private credit fund. There are also some fund launches which goes on in D Shop, because it's a one of the biggest hedge funds in US. You learn US GAAP reporting and stuff, but so also you need to see what I can do which is out of the box. For example, in my case, I started learning Python, which is something which you would not expect from a CA industrial training, or let alone a person from a commerce background. But I started doing that because I saw they do a lot of quant trading. So the quant trading is majorly, trading using a lot of quantities and using Python codes. So I started learning Python in order to understand how actually that hedge fund works. So it's not about you going into the industry. अरे सर थोड़ा सा
Harsh, I have muted everyone. You can
yeah.
unmute once and then you can speak.
Yeah, no problem. So you can get into that. So also, and whosoever started speaking, you can come to me. I can have a call with you, and I can let you understand. It's not a problem. I know there are problems with people. You can try coming to me face to face. We'll have a great conversation. Whosoever it was, you can speak your name as well. I would be very happy to connect with you. It's not easy to clear each and every interview. You can come to me. I will give you the guidance. Even if you don't require it, I'll be very happy to do it. So yes, you should try to do everything out of the box. And believe me, when I say it, I am 100% sure after becoming a CA, you will see me doing something which is going to blow your mind. I'm 100% certain in this thing, because I've started exploring stuff which is not done by CAs on a regular basis.
All the best for
Yeah.
that, Harsh, and we really hope to see what exciting is coming on our ways from Harsh Shukla. Okay. So now another question is like, how does the interview looks like, and what kind of questions are generally asked in the interviews of the show?
So majorly what is asked in the interviews of DHO is, for example, it depends on your role, but as I said in each and every interview, it is majorly FM, FR, and whatever you're learning at your articleship. So whatever you learn at your articleship, that is the best thing that you can give it. For example, see, my articleship was in EY. I started in EY. I did a lot of good stuff in EY, and that is what I was able to express in each and every company that I went in and gave the interview in. So this is how you do it. Even if you have done less work, try to show that you have done more work than what you have done actually. Because unless and until you do that, you will be far behind of people who are actually doing it. So yes, in the interview, what matters is how you express your articleship, how well you are able to tell that what work you have done in your articleship.
Okay. Now, toward this
Yeah.
question we have received from the audience, like, are there any skills or prerequisites required for getting into any of the industrial training?
Skills or prerequisites, I would say, is basic MX Excel and stuff is required. But more than that, it's the skill that I would say is interpersonal communication skills. Once you go into an interview, you need to have those interpersonal communication skills. Say, for example, you are not able to express the things that you have done. For example, you represented some client, or you gave some consulting to a client, or you did some anything for the client. You should be able to express that, and you should be able to do it in front of people. And for example, some person who is at a director level is taking your interview, you should not be afraid, but should be able to communicate with him well. That is the biggest skill that you need to have for getting into any industrial training as such.
Correct, correct.
Yeah.
Confidence is absolutely the key when you are in front of any
100%.
executive level people, right? Now,
Yeah.
one more question, like, how can one make their chances 100% of getting shortlisted? Like, the first shortlisting happens on the basis of resume. So, how can one increase their chances with that?
So majorly, I would say is there is a resume which is provided by Boston, which is BCG, which is an articulated resume that contains, 4 or 5 subparts which can be filled in, and which is similar for each and every category. So each and every person who goes into BCG prepares the same kind of CV. So that is the format of the CV that you should be using, and then highlighting what you have done. For example, I audited a 500,000 crores company. Is not going to work out. You need to highlight 500,000 crores company, and then what work you did in that audit is more important than you auditing just the 500,000 crores company. So that is more important. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
in your
So,
resume.
Yeah, like that was quite clear about the questions from my end. If anyone has any other questions to
Yeah.
pose upon Harsh, please raise your hand so that we can take it up. Okay, Satyam, you may ask.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, Yash, I got to know about you from one of my friends whom I recently met, and you were a part of the same OC group as his. And I got to know about yeah, that you are a part of the shop, industrial training. So
Yeah.
I started to message and connect with people working at director and director level mostly at the company, and I got a reward from one of the person, and he asked me to share my CV. So regarding that only, I actually wanted to connect with you. So just
Yeah.
wanted to ask, maybe take this offline, and I can connect with you post
Yeah,
this
no
session.
problem. Yeah, you can connect with me post this session, no problem as such.
Okay, sure, sure. I will then ask Srishti for sharing your number with me if that is fine with you.
Yeah, yeah, I'll share your number offline. I'll just you can also message me on LinkedIn and then we can connect there.
Yeah, actually, I have shared and I have actually sent the connection request, which I believe got missed out.
No,
So
no, I'll
I
I'll
let me
I'll
just,
I'll do it. Yeah, yeah. I'll I'll do it.
Okay, do we
I'll share
have
you
any
my
other?
number on LinkedIn. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Thank you so much.
no problem.
Okay, do we have any other person with any other questions for Harsh? Okay, I guess Harsh, we have covered everything pretty much clear that none of them have any other doubts for asking. But if you have, you can surely reach out to Harsh via LinkedIn. I hope he'll be open for taking on your doubts and any other suggestions or advice.
Yeah, sure.
So thanks a lot, Harsh, for coming here in this session at CAGNE and sharing your evening with us. So thank you so much from
Yeah,
the entire audience and the entire team. Thank you for joining us.
yeah. Thank you, Srishti, for having me. Great.
Yeah. Now, before we go on for our next domain, which is the FP&A, that is Financial Planning and Analysis and Business Finance, which is one of the most sought after domain. So guys, like, I feel like we have 15 minutes left. So shall we do this quickly, or do you want me to replay? Or do the meeting and rejoin it again? Please, anyone if you take initiative and let me know. Reach. Okay, so I request her to please rejoin
Rejoin.
again for the last time so that we can have this domain very clearly because this is the most common, most sought after domain which is available and it's very interesting. So please rejoin it again. We'll wait for 2 minutes so that everyone, I can admit everyone. At the time, if anyone wants to share their experience regarding all the four speakers that we had till now in the session. Was it really helpful? Was it insightful? And anything, any feedback that you want to give to us as a team so that we can try to bring on more other such kinds of sessions? Any feedbacks, anything, please, you all are free to share with us.
Hello, Srishti.
Yes, yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah, you're audible. I guess my voice is not reaching you. Am I audible to other people?
Yes, yes, yes. You are right.
Yes,
Okay, I guess she has some. By the way, please, guys, if you find this session helpful, please post about us on LinkedIn tomorrow that whether this session was helpful to you or not. Okay, we'll wait for 2 more minutes by the time we have everyone because I can see people joining. Okay, one common question that I have seen in the registration mails that I want to take up is like, what should be the timeline for applying? See, basically, in many of the companies or any of the firm that you are working, you will have a particular notice period. So you should get to know the notice period that's prevalent in your particular firm. And as now the articleship is restricted for 1 year. So what you should do is just when your 1 year is ending, with that, do a back calculation by adding your notice period. और जो भी डेट आ रही है from that date you should be start finding your articulations. Like let's take an example. An ideal case is 3 months का notice period. So 3 months का notice period and do the back calculations from the 12 months का जो end होता है तो 9. Start finding your articleships like industrial training आपके articleship के 8th month के end या 9th month के start से. So by the time you're finding the opportunities, your notice period also gets served. And if you have 1 month notice period, still it is advisable that you start finding your industrial training right from the middle of the 10th month or the end of the 10th month, so that in 11th month you could get your interviews and everything cleared and you can get your back, and 1 month you can serve as a notice. So it depends upon your firm, so you can do it accordingly. And any other common questions or anything that you have, you can like text us, any of us over LinkedIn. We'll be sharing the all the LinkedIn IDs of all the speakers, and even you can text to me if you have any other sub question. Okay, Rohit, are you there in the meet?
Yeah, hi Shishi. I'm here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Rohit. So let's, I guess, guys, now let's begin with the FP&A domain. So before we move on, let me quickly introduce Rohit. So Rohit is doing his industrial training in FP&A domain into Whirlpool, and he was like doing his articleship in E&Y, right? And so he is also a CFA level 1 candidate. So like we have almost every speakers who are doing CFA or any other domain alongside like Patrick guys managing CA, managing industrial training, articleship in such firms, and managing another post like handling CA as well. So hats off to you guys for doing that all together. Now, welcome Rohit for this session of CA Genie. I'm really happy to see you here.
Hey, hi Shishi. Hi everyone. I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Hi everyone. My name is Rohit Gupta. I am currently doing my industrial training in Whirlpool, India, and I have done my articles from E&Y Gurgaon. So let not waste your time and let's start working on FPN.
Sure, sure, sure. So
Yeah.
the most basic question, Harsh, like what made you go for industrial training and how did you land up into FP&A?
As a CA student and a Bania family, I always want to know much. Always want to explore much more about finance, not finance, corporate finance. Coming from a Bania family, we always used to discuss about finance, where to invest, how much to invest, and such. So I am very much interested in finance, corporate finance. I used to talk with my seniors about finance, corporate finance kind of. Why FPN? If why corporate finance FPN? FPN glamorous profile. To be honest, FPN is very glamorous profile in industry learning, and I think very few companies give the opportunity to work directly with you, with the top ILT members, to CEO to CFO as this kind of, and very few interns get this opportunity. FPN is like a more about the pre-mortem and post-mortem of the object, pre-mortem and post-mortem of the planning, forecasting. FNA more about planning, forecasting, profit planning, cash management, etc. Category planning, category finance, as such.
Okay, Rohit. So quite a lot about FP&A. What I could understand from FP&A is like totally going in depth कोई भी company को या कोई भी organization को और उसके finance को उसके सारे process को समझना be it revenue cost and everything. Correct. It's that what FP&A looks like. Okay.
Yeah.
Having a great knowledge about that, like even I can just relate with that Baniya wala thing because I myself am. So yeah, we are quite interested into finance or business specifically. So, okay, now what does your work looks like? Can you give us an example of that job पूरी like in industrial training?
In national training from the starting of the month, I think I am the one. I was the only intern in. I think I am the only intern who got the opportunity to join got the opportunity to work directly with the CFO as such on a few particular projects in industry training. I work on category. I am in the category of FP&A, category finance, like working on the particular few category assets, looking on their GM, looking on the gross margin, looking on the direct contribution margin, looking on the BOM cost movement, tracking and analysis of the variance, fixed cost and variable cost, why are the movement, where are the movement as such, connecting with the multiple department, like in for marketing assets, for volume manufacturing, connecting with manufacturing finance, supply chain finance, and sales team. It's
Nice. So like basically ये जो आप काम करते हो तो उसमें करना क्या होता है? You just have to make the analysis of how the things are and you have to give the suggestions upon the things. Is that what FP&A looks like?
from FP&A is like ये यहाँ पे बहुत सारे assets. You have to prepare financial. You have to prepare category PL. You have to check where are the other factor moving on. Like कुछ हम कॉस्ट में हिट कर रहा है, कुछ लाइक वेयर वी आर सेविंग एज सच, बॉम्ब कॉस्ट सेविंग आ रहा है, जीएम ग्रॉस मार्जिन बढ़ रहा है एज कंपेयर टू कंप्यूटर, वेयर आर वी, देयर आर मल्टीपल वर्क एज सच.
Okay, okay. Now, what kind of interview questions are generally asked in such profiles and like how can people prepare for the same?
In Whirlpool, I think I have prepared for 3 rounds of interview, and all of the 3 rounds was with director as such. I remember from my first round, I prepared from the one of director. He used to ask me about the Index 115, Index 116, and I think more about Index assets, more about ratio, financial ratio assets, and more about your profile. Like I have been working in EY in indirect tax session. So I have been asked what multiple questions about indirect taxation, where we can take rate as 16 to 18 part of.
Okay. So basically with some of the
And
interview questions, आपका articleship experience जो होता है उसके ऊपर questions, and if you are going for FP, then जो FR related indices है and all those accounting things.
FR and
Hmm.
AFM kind of in first round, and in
Yeah.
second round you have to in second round there are more about a case study base, case scenario base.
Okay.
In this case, what will our sales move? In this case, how much our DC will move as such.
Okay. So
Analyst to
complete like
market.
पूरा like
Yeah.
direct questions as well plus the case study also it's covered in this interview. So, okay. Nice.
And I think
Now,
I think the both interview took me around 1 hour each.
oh, nice. That's a great grilling session. Like even I remember when I was being doing my interviews for industrial training, like 1 घंटे के ऊपर जब इंटरव्यू चल जाता था, so like उसके बाद में it's used to be like okay, इतना technically grill करते थे. So confidence level also goes down post such long interviews. To be very
I
honest.
I remember my second round interview was I was on I unplanned second round interview. Actually, it was unplanned. I was on
Okay.
GST. I went to GST department Noida, and I was like, I received a call from the HR director want to connect with you. And within a half an hour, I was like shocking. How can I connect from GST department Noida as such? I went to a personal room as such from asking with the officer, and I appeared for interviews from there only.
Nice. So just like we do surprise audit, आपका surprise interview हो गया. Nice.
Surprise finally.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I want to ask, like, FP&A is the thing which many people wish to go into, as I can see from the registration forms as well. So, which the company offers such four roles in business finance and FP&A?
To be honest, I've seen many people working in FPN, but they actually don't work in FPN. They are doing other stuff than FPN as such. Like in FPN, we used to work on category finance, category PL. We used to track pricing movement, category bond movement as such, or category submission as such. But they are like some people are preparing for SOP kind of other than FPN work. There are very few companies that provide national training in FPN and actually provide. I think ACL Tech and Hero Motor Corp.
Okay. So Hero MotoCorp,
and
ACL, and even I guess Unilever also hires for FP&A.
supply chain finance, I think.
Okay, okay. Supply chain
Supply chain
finance.
finance. Yeah.
That's it. So, like, it should be very clear that when you are applying for a role named as FP&A, so it's not necessary that it will exactly be an FP&A. So, it's very important, like, when you are applying, to just check the role, check the job description completely, and then apply for any role, right? So, the next question that I got mostly was how to handle a situation like जब आपको कोई इंटरव्यू पूछ रहा है and you don't know what to answer, like how should be an ideal situation to like ideal thing to tackle that particular situation.
You don't need to be fake there. You can just say sorry and move on. Okay, I don't remember as such, or we don't know as such. They will not judge you as such. Yeah.
Okay. So anything else, Rohit, that you want to add up before we move on to the audience round?
Yeah, about FP&A. Like many, like as of now, I think I've seen many companies that are offering FP&A profile. I think have seen over LinkedIn. Like many companies are offering FP&A. They give offer of FP&A, and after that they used to join in business finance. Business finance includes R2R, P2P. I think manufacturing finance, commercial finance, apart from FP&A. So before joining any company, you should first check before join. Just check it. In which team you are going to join, in which profile you are going to join.
Correct, correct. That's very important thing, and we have been talking about this right from the start of the session that just the stipends or just the fancy name of the domain should not be your take for going into industrial training. You should be researching about the domain thoroughly and the work that you would need to do there. So yeah, that's exactly true. You also covered that. Now let's move on towards the audience. Like, if anyone has any question for Rohit, please raise your hands and so that we can take you up. Is there anyone who has? Okay, Akash, you can ask your question.
Hey Rohit, like my name is Akash. So basically, I'm a article trainee at EY in the transfer pricing domain. So it's the first year of my articleship. Like I had joined, it's been 2 weeks I had joined, and I really want to go for industrial training. And so I just want to ask you, like, with transfer pricing of 1 year, like what are the best domains to switch for?
I think you know Harsh Shukla. Harsh Shukla is also in DP in EY Gurgaon.
Definitely, I had seen that, so that's why I'm so inspired. Like, okay, I am good for different finance roles. So, like, did you think FNA will be also a great fit for that?
Yeah, FPN will be great fit for that. But before joining, just take about that. Actually, they are offering FPN, or apart from FPN, you are getting other profile as such.
I understand.
Check the person working there, kind of. Like in FPN, I just want to check. I just want to add on. In FPN, we are having a very few limited people person working in FPN, and they are mostly all are senior manager and director kind of. There are no manager as such in FPN. I was the only intern and directly working director.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had one more question. I am from an open college. So, like, just example, take an interview of any industrial training in any finance role. So, getting up a regular college is preferable in the interview. So, like, if there are two identical candidates with same kind of numbers, same identical article shape, however, one has done it from a regular college. I'm not saying it from like top 10 colleges as RCC or something, just from a regular college and a person from an open college. So is there any sort of difference between them that the employer sees?
No such that. But yeah, regular college give you a little boost up kind of. And but actually, it's all depend upon the interview. How did you give the interview? How did you crack the interview as such? Like I
Okay,
prepared
thank
for around 17 or 18 interview and cracked it all. Cracked all of them.
you. Okay. Thank you for guiding. Thank you for guiding, Rohit.
And
Thank you for
even
the
I
session.
want to add up here, Akash, like, see,
Mhm.
only few companies or few organizations, they look for your BCom or graduation. I don't have any graduation degree. I have not done any BCom, but still I managed to apply and get selected in many of the companies. So it was specific investment banks such as Goldman Sachs, HSBC, Standard Chartered, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan. Only this 4 to 5 banks, they look upon the candidate's graduation degree or the background. Other than that, कोई आपको graduation basis पर judge नहीं करेगा. They'll just see your articleship experience and how well you are able to represent yourself in the interviews.
Okay.
Mainly it
Thanks
all
for
depends on the
clarifying.
interview as such. Mainly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, it truly depends upon how you present yourself in the interview.
Yeah, exactly. It depends upon that.
Okay, okay, Rohit. Okay, Shrishti. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yes, yes, Trisha, you may ask.
Hello, Rohit sir and ma'am.
Hi,
Hi,
Trisha.
Tisha.
First, I've just cleared CA intermediate. So I was attending those sessions, and the sessions were very helpful for me. And I just want to ask, is Big Four necessary for industrial training?
No.
No, not at all.
Because I have attempts in my CA intermediate, and I'm going for Big Fours. So
You
See,
are going
Tisha,
for Big
like,
Four.
she's going for big fours, but I guess Tisha, I wanted to ask, like, you are having attempts in CA information, so it's not sure whether big fours will take you or not. So will that be a problem for you getting industrial training, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, like, maybe you can take it up if you want.
We don't actually industrial and don't check you're from Big Four or kind of. Yeah, Big Four give you little privilege, but not much more.
Okay,
Sure,
okay,
sure,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Tisha, to be honest, like I have seen many of the people who are working into the mid-sized firms or even the small-sized firm getting industrial training into quite nice domains. So, as we will
Yeah.
mention right from the start, everything depends upon how you present yourself in interview and how you manage to get your resumes there in those organizations.
Okay, ma'am. Like I want
Yeah.
to go for
Hmm.
industrial training in finance domain. So
Hmm.
is it necessary
That's
to
no, no, no.
go for
It's
that?
not necessary.
No, no,
No,
that's not
it's not
necessary as
necessary.
such. Hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
Vivek will take a last question from Vivek.
Okay. Hi, good evening, Rohit sir. Hi, good evening, Shishima.
Good evening.
Okay, so
Hi, Vivek.
my question was ki I am earlier my articleship was in Gurgaon, okay, and I have started the articleship late because I was not selected early. I have cleared my C intermediate in the first attempt itself. So I have started my articleship in the Gurgaon in a mid-sized firm. After that, due to some family issues, I have come to my hometown in a tier 3 city. Now I'm doing articleship here, and my first year will be concluded in the October end. So will I be able to join industrial training or not? Like the companies are still searching for that area or not?
You can join industrial training as such after October. You should apply from the September month. And
Okay.
I think this moment at now time there are many companies which are offering industrial training as such. I think you should remember at our time there are very limited company which offer industrial training as such.
Correct, correct. Now, many of the companies are offering industrial training. Correct.
Yeah, now I am seeing various vacancies of the industrial training, but I
Yeah.
am just doubt myself ki will I be seeing vacancies in the October month or not?
Yes, yes, yes. We will be leaving organization, na? So our replacement will just we will be
See,
looking our replacement as such.
yeah, like many of those people, we are from the May 25 batch. So we will be going out like from our organizations by August end or September end. So there will be vacancies created by October as well.
Okay, and will the articleship exposure will also affect my industrial training? Like in the mid-sized firm, I have overall exposure, but not as much. And now I'm a tier 3 city small size firm, so
No, it will not impact on you.
okay. And one last thing from my side is that
Mhm.
recently I've also applied to various so many industrial, like I have sent over 500, 600 emails, but not a single reply have been came to me. Like I just make the email in the evening itself. जितनी भी cases देखता हूँ मैं.
First of all,
I
Vivek,
think
you should
Vivek,
stop doing that.
Okay,
I think it is more than 4 months left, yeah.
okay.
And like you have a time, so maybe you are not getting reply क्योंकि आपका joining date late है. And many of the companies जो भी hire कर रहे हो, we want immediate joiners, right? So it's very early for you to apply in those companies. And also 500, 600 mails करना is not at all advisable. Try to figure out
Not
only
to a
10
single
to
person, but
no, no,
not to a single
overall I'm
person.
saying, yeah, I'm saying overall, I got your point. ऐसे नहीं कि जो देखिए उसमें try to figure out 10 to 20 companies, target upon them, connect with people वो companies के over LinkedIn, have a nice conversation with them, not just directly going and writing कि hey please refer me. Try to build a nice rapport with them, then approach. So rather than going for those 500 emails, try to shortlist 10 to 15 companies, reach out to people over LinkedIn. ऐसे ऐसे आप आगे बढ़ सकते हो.
And
And
अभी apply
okay.
करने का कोई
And
sense नहीं है, to be honest. You should start
हाँ.
applying from September as such.
So
Yes.
shall I switch to Delhi NCR now for the articleship
No,
or not?
no, not required as such.
Okay. And after doing industry training, can we shift to like a graduate profile or not? Like, will that become a burden or not?
No, no,
Like,
no.
is
You
the
can
exit?
It will not create any burden as such. You can switch out easily to start audit.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
yes. So let's take a last question from Satyam only. He is left. Yes, Satyam, you may ask.
Hello, hi Rohit. You mentioned that you cleared 7 to 18 interviews. So were they all from the FP&A domain only, or were they from
No,
multiple?
actually, they are from finance domain, not FP&A. I think I have only give. I got 2 or 3 offer from FP&A department, but actually they are not confirmed. They are not clear. That like they will be offering me as a category finance or business finance as such. They said to me they will give you business finance. The business finance include commercial finance, manufacturing finance, other. They were not very
Hmm.
clear as such. HR
So
was not
major
very.
but from other domains were there in which you interviewed and you got selected.
I prepared for interview in direct tax and majorly on finance and indirect tax as such.
Okay, okay. So basis your experience of appearing in multiple interviews, I just wanted to ask that I have collated a list of topics that I will be preparing once I will start giving my interviews. So that list includes, as you said, the financial ratios which are part of the intermediate syllabus, and then some index like 115, 116, 109, then 38 with the one which deals with intangible assets, and then some deferred tax assets and liabilities. I guess India is 12, if I'm not wrong. Then, apart from that, just making sure that everything which is written in the resume based of should- whatever we have done and completed, the works we have completed, we should be well versed with that and should be able to convince the interviewer that we have actually completed the task and how did we actually support. Actually, I am also pursuing my articleship in IDT only, and that too from EY itself. So as you rightly said, the visiting of Noida office part. So I have also represented my clients in the same office. So I just resonated with that part. So just I wanted to ask if that list is sufficient, or am I missing something, or do I need to add any more?
I think you have kept all the things. To be honest, actually, I'm not prepared. I am not prepared for such long list any.
Okay, so the list is more than enough.
Yeah.
If I will that and
Just yeah, do you add in something?
No, I guess that's more than enough what he has added in his list.
oh, thanks. So just confidence and this list is more than enough for clearing the interview. I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, Parth, let's take your question as well, as we are approaching here.
Uh, okay. So hi, Rohit. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. You're audible.
Yeah. So my question was that, like, currently, myself and my some friends who are in M&A, I am in statutory audit. So we have got, from our discussion, we have got different exposure in different industries, like financial statements, financial analysis of 4 to 5 industries, or involving M&A deals of various clients, right? So now shifting to FP&A would involve analysis of that particular company's market industry, or that particular company's financial statements and other analysis parts. So don't you think that currently at a learning phase during the 2 years of articleship, it would like reduce the learning curve, I guess? So my question was on that. If you could answer.
Can you please? See, do you understand? That's it.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, yes,
Uh,
Parth.
should I repeat my question?
Yes, please. I think you are asking what you were working in M&A profile and you are getting the same work like analyst of different client at the same time, no?
Right, or in statutory audit profile where I get to do audits of different type of companies, listed or private, which are in different industries. In audit also.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Audit
shifting,
different times. Yeah.
yes.
Just go on.
So when we shift to FP&A, like my exposure is to limited to just one sector that the that the company is in which the FP&A role I'm getting. So will this reduce my learning curve at this like phase of 2 years of articleship?
No, no, Parth. Actually, you are working in stat audit. You're in stat audit, no? In stat audit, you
Yes.
can't. I don't think so. Stat auditor work on analysis of different parameters like computer analyst, channel mix, etc. In FP&A, you used to work on different parameter as such. You used to work on different case scenario as such for company profile, for investment purposes, etc.
Right. Like in,
It is different and FP&A is very different.
Like the work is completely different, but personally, when I get the financial statements, so and I have started financial modeling too, so it's way easier to get the financial statements and the insights that when I do the audit of that company. So uh, I just think that if I will shift to FP&A, I would not get that much insights right now. So will that be the case?
In FP&A, you will get to know much more about the company operation part as such, and in Statoil, you will be lacking for that. You will be doing analysis of different financial statement, not about a proper company policy, not about proper company operational part as such. FSC
Okay,
analysis is
right,
different, and FSC analysis is different, and category PL analysis is different, very different.
right. Okay. Got it. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, to sum it up, in statutory audit, we are just doing a overview of all the financial statements and all the process from the bird's eye view or the eye of an auditor. But when you work in an FP&A, you get to know about each and every process in detail for particular company. So I guess that's the major difference between the statutory audit and FP&A profile. Okay. So thanks a lot, Rohit, for being here with us in this session and sharing all the insights and handling too many questions as well. So thank you so much for being here with me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Shashi. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys. So that's it, guys. This is the end of the session here. But I request you, if this session was helpful to you, please search about us on LinkedIn. Also, download the CAGD app from the Play Store. Join our WhatsApp community. Follow us on LinkedIn and stay connected. Hope to bring more such sessions. And we have also have a few podcast sessions, or you can say a short 11 to 10 minute session lined up on our YouTube channel, which will be going live, and we will be notifying it to our community, which has like domain specific podcast. You can say session with each speaker, which can give you more clarity. So do follow us today and give us your feedbacks, like how was the session and everything. Are you guys raise hands to have any question as such? Webber and good. Hello. Yeah.
Actually, currently I am an iOS user, so access the CAGD app. Can you please guide us because it's only available
No,
Play
no.
Store.
On iOS, we are not yet there. Like it will take us time to be on the iOS. But if you are into iOS, you can just join our WhatsApp community. We share all the vacancies even there as well, whose we share on our app application.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess there are no other questions or anything. If anyone wants to add up anything, you can add up. But please, guys, I request you or not. Like we are just gaining traction now. We have just started now, but I have this background of mentoring guidance since 2022. But I was working with various other needs. But now this is my own platform which I have created and curated properly for CA students, and which is oriented just for the students, not any business. No such like commercial things from this session, no fees, nothing, everything free just for the guidance. So please help us gain traction by like making us visible to the community and to all other CA students. Yes, Ravi, you have anything?
Uh, Srishti, first of all,
Yeah.
well done by creating a CHNE app. Like, congratulations. And
Thank you.
secondly, my doubt was can we get a one-on-one mentorship session from anything like for career guidance or
Okay.
something like that?
Okay. So one-on-one, as in you are asking for career guidance and Sara cheese, right? Like you want to interact
Yeah,
with
right.
people personally. But okay, let's take feedback from you guys also as well. अगर नहीं करना है तो let's how would you guys prefer it? कि we have mentor listed on our platform and you guys have the authority to choose कि किसके साथ आपको mentorship चाहिए या फिर we can assign any of the mentor to you. Like how do you guys want it
Srishti,
to work?
Srishti, one more thing, like there are two sets
Yeah.
of people in India, right? One who
Mm-hmm.
belongs to a CA background and one who don't belong to any CA background, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
one who are belonging to a CA background get the guidance from its family only. But the person who
Ah,
is not from a CA background
correct.
are left out. Like they don't get
Correct.
the
Correct.
edge over others.
Even I don't have any say in my near family, so that's why even I
Yeah.
save for that thing. That's why I'm creating this now.
From a personal opinion, I might get a very better opportunity of articleship if I have known the various insights of the articleship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct. Correct. We'll surely think about that, Vivek, and even you guys can share in the feedback. I'm there in community. You can send me any such things that you want us to add up to help all the CA students and CA fraternity as a whole. And also let me know your feedbacks. Like, how do you want this like one-on-one mentorship to be? Be like mentors listed on our profile, and you get to choose with whom you want to connect, or we assigning you an anonymous mentor which will be like well efficient based upon your data. So please give your feedbacks upon that as well and help us reach to the community. Yes, Ranjit.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Ranjit, please.
I also note to the point of Vivek because I also cleared recently in May 25 my CA intermediate, and I also
Okay.
just going either and just I'm searching on the YouTube that how can I how can I find the articles where I will get good exposure because I also don't have any idea that what kind of domain is suited to me because I also know just a second.
Mhm.
Yeah, उधर जा. Sorry.
Yeah.
Means, actually, I also don't have any idea that what kind of domain is suited to me because I just studied the subject as academically, and I don't know that what kind of domain is going to benefit me in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I just studied and I don't have any kind of practical knowledge, so
Correct,
I'm
correct.
just a little bit confused that what kind of domain I should choose.
See. Yeah, so to answer to that, Ranjit, हमने recently last week एक articleship guidance session conduct किया था जिसमें we had speakers from various domains जिन्होंने बताया था what exactly practical work involved. So we will be posting that session in 1 or 2 days over our YouTube channel. So I'll share those links in our community groups. I request you to go to that session once. Like वहाँ पे हमने 6 domains cover किए थे. All were varied start audit, internal audit, direct tax, indirect tax, and then your be it your investment banking या दूसरा we covered valuations. तो have your sessions के में सुनो, we'll get to know an idea कि practically क्या काम होता है, and then you can decide कि आप कौन से domain में जाना चाहते हो.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Janani.
First of all, congratulations, Shrishti. You've recently cleared CA final. I mean
Thank you
that
for that.
that is really not easy. You are undergoing industrial training. You are creating this wonderful platform for the CA students free of cost. You are helping
Thank you.
so many people. We are really very grateful to you know have you and all the sessions that
Meanwhile,
you've been doing. It's been
I'm
amazing.
I'm grateful that I'm getting this opportunity to add good deeds to my karma, and that's my way of making my karma strong. So I'm grateful for you guys that you are giving me this opportunity to serve these things to you all.
That is really sweet of you. I just want to say, dedicating this Saturday evening, it has really made my day. It has really motivated me, and it has really motivated me to study well. Positive vibes. I just feel like attending sessions motivates you to get going through articleship and life in general. I just want to say, please keep continuing. To conducting these sessions,
Of course,
and we'll
we will.
support you in however way we can.
Thank you so much, guys. The biggest support that you all can give me now is just making CAGNE visible in the eyes of people, in the eyes of CA students, your friends, your connections, and everyone, so that we can reach more such students and we can help everyone. Yes, Teja.
Hi, Srishti.
Yeah,
Like
hi.
many of the mentors have shared their industrial training experience, but you haven't. Please, can you share about your experience in UBS?
Sure, sure. Like, see, my experience in UBS looks like I am into the global cost controlling department. So it's the thing like, see, UBS or be it any investment bank. In India, everyone has their back end office only. We don't get to work into the middle office, maybe front end office. So my work in UBS is into the group finance department, and UBS offers in India only into group finance department, the industrial trading. So basically, there are various other departments into group finance, which are group treasury, group cost control, group revenue. Then you can see your product control, जहाँ पे you have to prepare your P&L accounts, your balance sheets for the investors, those who have their accounts into UBS. So my role is into global cost controlling department. Which what do we do is there are like around UBS is present in over 128 plus countries. So each and every country will have their legal entities. Let's take, for example, of India. In India, UBS office is present in Mumbai, Hyderabad, and Pune. So these are three legal entities. Now, let's take, for example, if UBS Pune is incurring any expense on behalf of UBS Mumbai. So is it correct that the cost which is sitting into the PNL of UBS Pune, like is only for the UBS Pune, no, right? It has a part which is dedicated or allocated for UBS Mumbai. So this small thing that I am explaining it to you, just it's on a large scale. There are many countries, 128 plus countries, UBS has their branches. So every branch does an expense for some other branch in the country. So it's not right that if the particular company wants a cost its PNL, which is to be allocated to any other entity, right? So our unit comes in there. We are into the global allocation scheme. We look upon whether all the costs are properly allocated between the intercompanies, inter-branches, whether all costs are properly allocated to each and every cost subject or the cost pool. Let's say, for example, अगर HR related there is any cost, so it's driving to HR itself. If there is any cost related to technology, it's driving to technology itself. So mainly my role in UBS is into cost controlling, wherein we just keep a check on all the variants, like why the costs are getting increased, why the costs are getting decreased, and we get to connect with more legal entity controllers across the globe, and we have to make them understand like why your entity is burning a lot of cost, how to minimize that. Is the allocation risk that is happening to each and every entity, is it proper or not? So this is exactly what my work like. This is a broad level work which I'm saying you, but the detailed work involves a lot of procedures, lot of checks, lot of verification. And me being an intern, I get to work on a like kind of specific areas, not all areas, because these things are really very crucial for any investment banks because the entire cost comes into role here. And if you guys know, recently UBS acquired Credit Suisse. Not recently, it's like around 1.5 years ago. So whenever a company acquires another company, the most important thing that gets impacted is the employees. 3CS employees now were bought onto the payroll of UBS, and that's again an increase in salary cost for UBS, right? So these are all the factors that we need to work upon into cost controlling. So in UBS, there are n number of departments. You won't find any two interns in UBS working in the same department. There are so many departments. Each and every person, before you apply, you won't know that you are applying into which department. You will get interviewed. And on the day of interview or 1 day prior to interview, only you will get to know that okay, my interview is happening in this particular department. So yeah, that is a brief about what I'm experiencing here.
So much for
That
the clear explanation.
Yeah, but one thing I would like to say to this audience, like many of the people have left, we have it in 1918 students, like if you are going for industrial training, think thoroughly, like but because you all have this 6 months study leaves, but as from my experience, because at your final just from this side, goes in a blink of an eye. We don't know how the time will pass, so try to complete all your classes before you go for your study leave. DP, if your DP is remaining, that's fine, but try to complete all other subjects before you go on for your study leave. So that in the study leaves, you have to complete your GMCS and advanced ITT. So 1 month will go. 5 months remaining. You can try like in 1.5 months to complete all the direct tax classes. Till then, we'll have you around 3 and 3.5 months. Or revision period, that's very short time. So don't be in that comfortable situation. Okay, we have the 6 months additional study leaves. No, the time flies the blink of eye, so keep track on your studies right from the start. because the ultimate aim is not getting into an industrial training into a nice domain or any fancy company. The aim is becoming a chartered accountant, and that truly has a lot more value rather than you going and doing industrial training into any department. So focus upon that right from the start. Don't just sit behind कि चलो 6 महीने हैं लास्ट में देखेंगे लास्ट में कुछ नहीं होता है. I got just 2.5 months of study leaves and like it was very slow burden for me to complete everything. So what mistakes I did, you guys don't do that. Just start focusing right from the start. सब कुछ schedule के साथ manage करो. Everything is possible. You can clear everything into the first attempt by doing industrial training. Just you need to have proper plan for that. Okay, so that's what more I wanted to share. Now I request you all, like, we can proceed towards concluding this meeting. If you guys found this session helpful, useful, please post about us over LinkedIn. Please help us reaching to more and more CA students and for your support over the CAGD LinkedIn page that we are posting and also to your friends and everything. And anything, that's anything that you guys want us to add up in our CAGD because we need to make this a one-stop solution for all CAGDs. So I request you all, please give us feedback. We'll surely try to work upon it. And that's it from Sales 50. So thanks enough. Thank you for joining and being here till this. So I'm ending the meeting on this note. Thank you so much everyone for joining.